It's so fudgy, super moist, rich and decadent. Start by cracking 5 small-sized eggs into a bowl and add in half cup of vegetable oil, 2 teaspoons of vanilla flavor and give that a very good mix. Mix till everything is properly mixed and well combined. And once it is properly mixed and well combined like this, we set that aside. Into a large mixing bowl, go ahead and sift in your flour. I'm using all-purpose flour for this recipe, but feel free to check the description box for a list of the ingredients and measurements, and don't forget to share your thoughts with me about the recipe in the comment section. Thank you. Add in a teaspoon of salt, 2½ teaspoon of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of baking soda. I'll go ahead and add in my bitter or unsweetened cocoa powder. Sift that in carefully until it's done. And once I'm done sifting in all the dry ingredients, I'll take that out. Next, add in granulated sugar or white sugar. Use a spatula to mix in all the dry ingredients till it's properly mixed and well combined. Once all the dry ingredient is properly mixed and well combined, I'll create a hole in the middle of the dry ingredient and go ahead and add in the egg and oil mix we made earlier on. Add that right into the middle of the dry ingredient. Use my whisk and start mixing everything together. This is so easy that you don't need a hand mixer to do this, but if you want to use your hand mixer, feel free, go ahead and do that. I'll go ahead and add in a cup of hot boiling water. I'll give that a good mix, and at this point you want to mix this carefully and slowly so it does not spill and splash everywhere. So once I'm done mixing that in, I'll go ahead and add in another cup of hot boiling water and mix this in carefully as well. And once it's looking like this, at this point our chocolate cake batter is ready and the consistency is just where it ought to be. I'll start pouring in the cake batter into a cake pan that has been lined with butter and parchment paper. Now the parchment paper helps the cake to come off easily from the cake mold by the time it is properly baked and cooled off. And for this recipe I'm using a size 8 cake pan. Once I'm done pouring in all of the chocolate batter, I'll bake this on a preheated oven at 180 degrees Celsius for about 25 to 30 minutes or until the cake is properly baked. Once our chocolate cake is properly baked, I'll set this aside and allow this to cool off properly in the mold while we'll make our chocolate cake ganache. And for our chocolate cake ganache, I'll start by adding in my unsweetened cocoa powder, sugar and a tablespoon of cornstarch or corn flour into a mixing bowl. Give this a very good mix until all the dry ingredients is properly mixed and well combined. Once all the dry ingredients is properly mixed and well combined, I'll start by adding in my milk a little at a time, and I'll mix this properly until the liquid mixes properly. And once that is properly done and is mixed in properly like this, I'll go ahead and add in my vanilla flavor and give this a mix as well. Into a pan already on heat, I'll go ahead and pour the mix into the pot and stir this while cooking on medium to low heat and stir consistently to avoid burning. And gradually you notice it starts to thicken up, and once it thickens up properly, I'll go ahead and add in 3 tablespoons of butter and stir that in properly. Now this butter will help give it a shiny glossy look by the time it's set and it's done. And then I'll add in my dark chocolate. I'll continue stirring this consistently until the dark chocolate and the butter dissolves properly. And once the taking is up to this extent, I'm okay with that. I'll take that off the heat, transfer this into a bowl like so. Cover this with a cling film or a plastic bag and ensure that the plastic bag or the cling film sits directly on the chocolate. Now allow this to refrigerate for at least 2 hours. I was rushing up this whole process because I was making this for a family member's birthday and I don't have all the time, so I allowed this to sit on my refrigerator for just a couple of minutes, and after a couple of minutes I brought it out. It was not completely set, but it was fine and ready to go. So I mixed this properly and then bring out the first layer of my chocolate cake, place that on my board and spread some generous amount of the chocolate ganache on the first layer. And once that is done, I'll bring out the second layer and place that carefully on the top and take out the parchment paper. Generously pour in a lot of this at the top and level this out using my offset knife. And you can as well use a scraper at home if that's what you want. Try as much as you can to smoothen this properly, but this doesn't have to be perfect. And like I told you, I was making this for a family member's birthday and I made it just on time, and we couldn't wait to dive right into it. You can as well place this in the refrigerator or in a glass chiller and allow it to set for a few minutes. Now it's time to cut the cake. Oh wow! Just take a look at how this turned out. It's extra fudgy, so moist, decadent and rich. Melts right in your mouth, so delicious and satisfying. Now will you be trying out this recipe? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, like, subscribe and click on the bell icon for all notifications so you'll be the first to get the latest video updates from this channel. Check the description box for link to other simple and amazing recipes I have here on this channel and this blog. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Bye.